Okay, then on towards the area selection spawn we go. It's gonna be Peter coming out. It's gonna be Peter coming out from RC. We're gonna be having Sandra once again. Survivor Team Comp boys, it seems like we decided. I don't think playing Priestess is a good idea, especially against Opera Singer, because Opera catches up to you way too fast anyway. So even if you do decide, like, one portal doesn't matter much to Opera. It's quite surprising how like a meta survivor can't counter a meta hunter, but all the non-meta survivors counter a meta hunter. But even with that side note, you're going to be able to see Peter here spawning by S pallet. Meanwhile, you have Aeroplanist at balcony, a coordinator near school gate. Meanwhile, first officers in the middle, and of course the priestess spawning by geisha here. It is going to be, it's going to be a dancing geisha and a singing opera here, even though opera doesn't, she doesn't have any ability to sing, but you know, like, it's not going to be too bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad for on both sides as well. It seems like it's a bit hard here, because I don't see the use of, like, okay, Atto makes sense, Aeroplanist makes sense, Coordinator makes sense, and, you know, First Officer makes sense, but Priestess here, Priestess is kind of an unknown variable. Two reasons. Reason number one being the fact that Priestess gets countered by Opera Singer way too much. Your portals don't really mean much to Opera Singer. You want distance pulling portals. Priestess's portals aren't distance pulling. Priestess's portals are you carry the hunter with you. And like even with the stun on Priestess, it doesn't really matter, because Opera Singer can just catch up to you way too fast anyway, so you know there's also that too. But anyways, it seems like we're gonna go for First Officer here first. Instead, we aren't gonna be able to get a hit on towards First Officer here, but it does seem like we're gonna get rid of the portals first. Meanwhile, we're gonna TP back here once again. First Officer getting his last pocket watch on towards Opera. But if we change targets here for Coordinator, it seems like we decided to run trump card. No detention. Trump card confined space, that's quite interesting. Trump card defined space with excitement for Opera. Opera's really good late game. The only issue here is Opera is a really good character late game. So not bringing detention is a little bit weird. Not Peter, hold up a minute, Peter. Why did we wash? Peter? Portal. Okay, nice portal. Nice portal. I'm gonna be able to go with the pallet down, but even with that pallet down, Peter, really? Peter, can we talk about this, Peter? We're gonna play around this pallet area quite a bit. Nice pallet stun by the priestess, but Peter, that's a second pallet stun. Okay, that's a lot of containment time, even though Desperate Fight is activate, but that's a hit on towards Priestess, fair enough. Currently almost 3 Cypher Machine done. Priestess is going to have to vault over that window and go. But yeah, as we were saying as well, the portal doesn't really matter much against an Opera Singer here. So Tuna is going to go down from AXIZ Wave. And it seems like we are going to be able to see an almost 2.5 Cypher Machine decoding progress here. Meanwhile, our first officer is a little bit of a bad area as well. He is going to be forced to use the pocket watch, but at least this pocket watch will buy at least 20% chair elimination progress time, so that's not too bad at the end of the day. Or even 25. I think you can probably buy 25 seconds with it, but let's just see here. We're still trying to play as much mind games here as possible. Didn't get a hit there, sadly, and that 10% movement speed booster from Takako really is coming in clutch. We got the hit on towards Priestess, thankfully, and there goes our first officer. First officer here probably won't be found again, but like with the Cypher Machine decoding progress here, see how it's 4 Cypher Machines now. They're only missing 1 full Cypher, and I do think that this 1 full Cypher you're gonna have Nyan coming in to rescue, but knowing that it's an excitement, that probably won't be happening anytime soon. It's quite funny how we decide to excitement the. It's very questionable. I don't know what Peter was thinking. I genuinely don't know what Peter was thinking. Because, like, if you just wanted to get rid of the portal, if you just really wanted to get rid of the portal and go for Priestess, you can do that without using excitement. You can actually do that without using excitement. Isn't that surprising? But, Peter, we're going to be teleporting back here immediately. We're going to be able to find Atto, turning here on towards our friend. But we're still missing 1 full Cypher Machine anyway, so shouldn't be too bad. We're going to be able to get the hit, thankfully. Okay, that's going to be the hit. Registers Priestess. Back on towards the containment once again. She does have 2 portals. Aye, that's a 3rd pallet stun. Wow. We've been feeding pallets non-stop recently. We have actually been feeding pallets non-stop recently. Okay, I'm gonna go through here once again, but it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be able to catch up really fast no matter what happens. I'm gonna be able to catch up really fast no matter what happens there. Get rid of the portal, break the pallet, and it's at least guaranteed a tie. It should, could it be a tie is a great question. I think it should be a tie. I genuinely do think that it should be a tie right now. No matter what happens, it definitely should be a tie, considering you're playing... Peter misclicked. You know what? I'm just gonna assume... but no, we shouldn't be going after... I don't think going after first officer is a good idea. The dungeon is there. Wait a second. Dungeon is there. Guys, Peter. Oh, this is a 3-man endgame. Oh my god, this is actually a 3-man endgame right now. This is currently gonna be a 3-man endgame. We do know where the dungeon is. That's good news. But first officer doesn't really have any items here remaining left to use. Everyone's currently rushing out as fast as they can. We're gonna be able to get a hit on towards first officer right there. Meanwhile, coordinator still give you as much support here as possible. Coordinator needs to be very careful. Coordinator needs a body block and then give the gun. Coordinator needs a body block. No, coordinator just shoots. Oh, the chair didn't body block that. First officer can also come out. First officer can actually use watch during this time. Wow, it's a 3-man escape. Let's move on towards second. Let's move on towards second half. Okay, let's directly move on towards the spawn location. We're gonna skip the ban picks for now because ban pick takes a little bit of time and I need to edit this, so I'm sorry. We're gonna start everything off with the with the area spawn selection mode. But anyways, here we go once again. It's going to be RC versus AXIZ right now. I didn't get to finish it yesterday, so I'm going to do it today. For Sunday's matchups, I think I'll post it over today to Wednesday, so they will still be coming out, but just at a little bit of a slower pace as well. Just a little bit of a slower pace. Anyways, we're gonna have AXIZ Kakakai here coming out as Bonbon immediately for round 1, which is a little bit more surprising. We are going to be able to see Ivory, Soba City, and Rowdy, female dancer at Corner House, and occurring towards the entrance of Graveyard. Meanwhile, the Embalmer is actually going to spawn by Balcony, and of course our Mercenary is directly at middle. Overall, not too bad. Overall, not too bad for now, but still, in this sense, it's kind of a huge mech moment, because like Bonbon round 1, it's really rare to see Bonbon round 1. It is quite rare to see Bonbon round 1. You barely seen him, to be fair, to be played recently, unless like it's some type of team that Bonbon actually can go against. But right now, it's usually alongside of, you know, Geisha. There's, well, not maybe Geisha, but like Night Watch, Opera. You've been seeing quite a bit of Hermits from JP, but like, you know, Hermit just isn't gonna work out well against 4-man teams, realistically speaking. But Waxardus is definitely one of those strongest characters right now in rank or in tourneys, because he's been performing quite well. Anyways, this is going to be Bonbon's A skin. I'm quite sure this is during the cheerleader event, but anyways, on towards the game we go. We're going to be looking for anti-querying here immediately. Meanwhile, Embalmer is down. Never mind, they're all both at Balcony right now. We do see that Ivy decided to jump down and the current decided to leave. Meanwhile, directly in middle, Mercenary definitely should be leaving the Cypher machine sometime soon right now. But even on that side note, seems like we are going to be able to go upstairs towards the Embalmer. But Embalmer has also slowly left the vicinity right now, which is pretty much of a good news. Now then, there is a tram nearby, but we decided not to take tram, which is also fine. I don't know why we got it. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very fair. I learned something new today. Okay, that's very fair. I learned something new today. You can pull so much distance just by using tram to close distance between you and the survivor. Wow, that's very smart. That is very smart. But it is an incident detention bomb on here. So we are not going to be able to... We managed to get a chip there. Anti-Current had a very nice intuition on getting rid of the bombs, but... seems like our Bonbon here, Bonbon just has too much stacks. Bonbon really just has too much stacks right now. We aren't going to be able to get a chip right there, but we do have a remote control bomb as well, which I don't think it's going to be easy for Anti-Current to dodge. So there goes our Anti-Current. That's going to be Coffin on Anti, and it's a 90-second kite. Now then, on towards the persona trait we go. It's going to be Instant Detention here alongside with Control Freak, Berserker, and Rage. We do have Cypher Lock potential as well, but seems like we're going to be seeing Anti-Current resurrecting in Graveyard. That seems like it's the Graveyard window there for Anti to use. But even with that side note on mind right now, just because of that Embalmer, this is going to be a really long game. 43 seconds on the clock right now. But even with that 43-second on mind, Anti-Current's already putting so much distance here. The footprints are basically gone by this point, and Anti is still running for it. Seems like for our Bonbon's playing mind games with himself, and it's a little bit unfortunate that the tram is nearby as well, because if it wasn't for the tram, he definitely would have been able to see the footprints or the trails left by Anti-Current here. But let's see now. There's going to be 2 pallets dropped down the middle. 3 cipher machines are going to be gone soon. I guess that is really the issue with Embalmer when you play chip hunters, because Embalmer is just too annoying, especially with that, you know, long distance coffin and you don't have teleport anymore. It's already hard enough for Bomber to be able to get much here, but it's even harder under the condition that you'd already use teleport and you can't teleport towards the Anti-Current. And it's not like they did bad, it's just really hard for chip hunters to be able to catch up towards any type of survivors overall. But it does seem like we're going to be able to catch up towards Anti-Current here at least. That is going to be a very nice dodge there from Ivory, but it's really just the sticks. The sticks are the scariest factor of it all. We are going to be able to get the pushback, and there goes down Anti-Current. Okay, but even with that in mind, we see here, right, there's currently 1.5 cipher machines remaining, and there's Tram nearby. Yeah, Tram is going to slow down the chair progress by a lot. Tram is going to slow down the chair progress by a lot. Seems like our Tram senpai here doesn't like getting taken advantage of, considering the fact that Bonbon did use the Tram to gain a little bit more, to pull a little bit of a closer distance towards Anti-Current, which was like Graveyard, which is very smart. That's a new trick learned, but now Tram is taking it all back, I guess. Now then, we're going to be able to see City coming in right now. That is quite a little bit of a tough chair rescue here. We are going to have to see how we actually come in. We're going to be able to come in here immediately. That's going to be a chip and a normal rescue. Antiquarian, 97% chair progress there, but once you're able to get the rescue, well, it's not too bad to get the rescue, but I guess we're going to be able to pop open here immediately since Anti-Current's going to be dead on chair anyways. And we also do realize that it's an instant's detention, which teleport Bonbon, so shouldn't be too much of a worry here. As long as Anti-Current downs towards the corner, that's all what's really needed here. We're going to be able to get that down here, and a bit unfortunate, but let's congratulate the tie here for RC survivors. It's still a tie for RC survivor. I don't think Ivory can get no, it's a 3-escape for RC survivors, but I don't think Ivory can get up here, so yeah, that's a 50% healer. Yeah, he can't get up. Yeah, Anti-Current hurt. She can't get up. She can't do it. But okay, let's move on to our second half then, shall we?